Y'all gotta carpet your floors before you let them club and hub news women romp around your house.
The Stool with Matt and Nick.
But yeah, that's if you know you got wolves or coyotes or any of that shit around, you definitely don't want to be just letting your dog like run free, or especially at certain times of the year. Like around here, we have like times where like most of the time I let my dog just run free, but there's times where there's like porcupines all over, and like anytime a dog gets free, like without supervision, because like I can just let her run outside without checking on her for like an hour and she'll be around. But like when the porcupines around, they saw maybe smell something, then they go into the woods. Next thing you know, you find them and you're pulling quills out of their face with the tweezers, and it's absolute hell. Absolutely.
Yeah. Every time I go over by my grandparents, they're always watching The Amazing Dr. Pole. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
Oh.
But it's a veterinarian show. I think he's based out of either Minnesota or Michigan. I always forget. But like people bring him all sorts of stuff, and it gets like they show everything. And like dogs being, cut open during surgery, and like, getting porcupine quills like that pulled out of their face, anything. And it grosses me the fuck out I don't know why they just sit there and watch that all day.
Yeah, it's funny because the people that watch that type of show, like, typically do have like a real deep fascination with it. Like I knew this like a friend that she fucking like watched Discovery Health. I don't even know if that's a channel anymore, but she just watched those surgeries like all day long. That was her thing. And I guess I'm getting at is I don't think I know anybody that like, oh, I'll just put on an episode of this. It's either like you binge it all day long or you don't want to have anything to do with it whatsoever. Like there's no middle ground for that kind of TV show whatsoever. Like, oh yeah, just see people get sliced open for maybe an hour or so, you got to really want to see that. And then I don't know. I think I'm making a point, but I'm losing confidence as it goes on.
Well, it is like a weird fascination with the like morbid shit, like which, excuse me, I do have in the way of like true crime and serial killers and all that, and just horror, like the whole horror genre in general. But something about like just watching dog surgery on TV, it is just not appealing to me whatsoever.
The one thing, and I still can't handle that sort of stuff for like humans, but with animals I've gotten a lot better, because in my last job we would often get horses that had to be put down for one reason or another, and we would butcher them to feed to the dogs, because it's really hard to bury a horse, like you gotta fucking figure out something to do with it, and it's just economical and it helps people out. So this one horse in particular had really terrible buck teeth, and the reason I know that it had really bad buck teeth, is we show up to pick up the horse, and first of all, there's just a garbage bucket filled with the entrails. So there's just a bucket of guts just standing there.
Oh man!
And
I was like, my mind went so quick from this funny faced horse, like just look at this buck teeth, and so the next thing you know, there's this big bucket of entrails.
So that's one thing, and then you look. So, okay, I actually started off saying this is how I knew the horse had buck teeth. I just start with the entrails, which is gross in itself. But then right next to that bucket of entrails was the horse head, just sitting there with its fucking mouth open and these giant-ass teeth sticking out. And you could tell this thing could not eat. And then it got sick because it couldn't eat because of its teeth. It needed to be put down, like 100%. But yeah, this head's just sitting there. His teeth are straight out. There's a bucket of entrails. All the parts are, like, everywhere, and then we got to take them back to the dog yard and like cut the steaks out of it. And I'm sitting there with this big horse leg, and I'm cutting steaks, and I hit right where like the tendon in the knee is, and the leg starts kicking.
Hey, you got to save that head to put in the bed of an enemy mob boss you don't like.
Right. An enemy fisherman or something like that. You know, the fishing wars get pretty hot sometimes. That's what you got to do. I mean, I'm glad I don't got to do that stuff anymore. And but it did. I mean, the first time I had to do it, I was so grossed out. And then over time, and now, since my boss, is a doctor and can do some medical type shit, we have to, we do our own stitches on the dogs. And I guess a lot of people do that, or they got staple guns. So, yeah, you got to help with that stuff. And luckily, I can actually look at it now. But it's not like I want to go out of my way. Like, every time something happens, it's like, oh, fuck. Oh, God, now I got to go deal with this. And not deal with it because you got to help. You know, you get what I mean. It's gross. But I'm getting
on
better.
That charming note, welcome to a very special episode of the Loose Stool, everybody.
I didn't even want to start that nicely.
Here.
I wanted to start out just talking about how fucking pissed I am and fucking why this shit's got all fucked up, man. And fuck with a fucking happy welcome to this special edition. Fuck Matt LaFleur, fuck the Green Bay Packers, all hail Aaron Rodgers, and Saturday we fucked up. But anyways, now I just had to interrupt because fuck that happy beginning. This is bullshit.
No, that's cool. I mean, I'm ready to express similar sentiment. I mean, granted,
you're just coming in a little calmer than I am because I'm hot. I'm fucking hot.
Yeah, I don't have the energy to be pissed off. It's more like when your parents say they're not mad, they're disappointed. That's how I feel.
I felt that more after the game.
I hope that hurts worse.
I really did feel that more after the game, just the disappointment. And then as time went on, I just have gotten more and more bitter about it, you know? But I think, yeah. So I guess Ken explained the episode. Now I'll let you do that now that some of this some of the anger got let out of the balloon or whatever you want to call it. So maybe we should give the idea here.
Just let off a little preliminary steam before we really get into it. But no, yeah, we're recording this. No, little inside baseball for you. Normally we record episodes on Saturday, and we did that, and we were all optimistic about the next day. It was going to be the playoffs, and everything was going to be good. And then the file got fucked up, and we're recording this on Wednesday night. So welcome.
And I really do blame our failure of recording on Saturday because of just the focus that we were putting on to Sunday, and the fact that the Packers were going to be winning that game and going to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks from that
so
day.
Optimistic.
So optimistic, could only think about that. We couldn't even think about, making the episode right, and it just really was a shit show. And frankly, I don't even think our conversation was that good because we were just thinking about the Packers. Well, how are we supposed to talk about other shit when all we want to talk about is the fucking Packers are the best? And they're not. Fucking Tom Brady plays with black magic. There's no other explanation than black magic.
Yeah, Tom Brady definitely has to be some agent of black magic. Some kind of just a chaos figure in the world that I don't know how he does it.
He's either from another planet, he has some kind of crazy powers, he is playing with black magic. I don't know exactly what it is, but he's fucking around with some shit that, maybe things are good now, but at some point it's got to go wrong, at some point he at least has to age. Can he at least age? Go ahead and win all the Super Bowls, but can he at least age? Could you maybe get divorced? Have something bad happen in your life, I mean, I don't really want to wish that on him. They're a lovely couple, I actually think he's a pretty nice guy, but this shit is fucked. This shit is fucked.
He kisses his young son on the mouth, and that's never been you ever see families do that? I've never been comfortable with that.
Yeah, it was a thing in my family, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
when I was a real little kid, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It is weird when I think about it now, so I don't want to actually stand up for it because I wouldn't carry out the practice if I had my own kids, but it was a thing when I was a kid, and I didn't really think that much of it,
obviously. I suppose. I don't know. Just seeing, it's because it's not Granted, this video is from years ago, but there's a video of him getting like a massage during an interview. I think it has to be at his house, and he's giving this interview while getting a massage, and then his son had to be like, I don't know, 11 at least, or somewhere around there, and like just comes around and like they talk for a second. He gives him a peck on the lips, and it's like, ugh.
I think the peck is the very crucial part of that, though, because like. He
wasn't Frenching his son.
Well, no, I know you obviously didn't mean that, but I think also, though, like, and I mean, you can't speak for every family. There probably are families that are Frenching out there, Apparently that's the big thing all over the internet these days with the porno. I don't know what's going on in that realm, but that's real fucking weird.
Oh,
but
yeah. Hey, bro.
And if you know what we're talking about, you know what we're talking about. We don't need to explain it any fucking further.
No, I'm not going anywhere, sis.
Anywho. But like I think it's somewhere between the European hello kiss and like an actual straight on, because I never experienced it as like when like the center of your lips meet the center of the person that you're kissing's lips, where like even if you're not using tongue you can make like a lot of contact. It's more just like a it's just quick, like you made a little more off to the side, I guess. So, I mean, it is odd. I get the criticism. I sat there for a minute like, do I want to admit this? But, it's...
It's okay. I'll only think less of you.
Well, it's not like I did it. I was 4 years old. You know what I mean? It was being done to me. So, take it up with
Is this your trauma?
Take it up with the higher-ups.
Well, shit. I mean, at the end of the day, like... I hate to admit it, but the Buccaneers they played better. I mean, like people are online crying about like, oh, this was letting them play and this was a hold and like what the hell, this is whole rigged. I'm like, were there like a few questionable things, sure, but at the end of the day, the Packers just didn't play as good as the Buccaneers did. That's the fucking way it went down.
Well, that's the thing. I would have been really mad about that last pass interference call, which really, the worst part about that last pass interference call was that it didn't give us the chance to see the game play out how we wanted to see it play out, with Aaron Rodgers maybe launching a Hail Mary down the field just to see if the Packers had a chance. They threw that flag, and they're like, oh, now we got to watch the Buccaneers run out the clock for the last 2 minutes. And for a game that was that good and intense, you got to give the people, that chance for Aaron Rodgers to come back, go down the field, and potentially win the game. And they might have lost still. There's a good chance they would have, because the Buccaneers defense was incredible. But you just don't throw that flag for the sake of like, let the players do it, because they essentially they finished the game by throwing that flag, and that's just where I think it got bullshit. But you get 3 picks on Tom Brady, and you do nothing with them. Maybe we got 1 touchdown out of those 3 picks. I think I don't even remember, but yeah, let's start there. Let's start there. Or how about the last minute of the first half? Let's talk about that. Fucking garbage.
And once again, folks, this has been How About Them Packers?
Fucking garbage.
Like I said, I don't have the energy to be pissed off about it. It's just like it's just a letdown all through.
Well, somebody's got to have the energy, so good thing I'm here.
Oh man. Well, you been up to anything this week?
Well, just drinking because I'm so upset about this fucking Packer game. But guess what I'm having? Can you guess?
Oh, if I had to foster a guess, I would have to say Budweiser.
No, fucking dumbass. I got myself a Big Ballard fucking IPA by Red Hook right here. Oh, how stupid of me. Yeah, how could you not guess that I'm drinking a delicious, refreshing Big Ballard IPA made by Red Hook Brewery? 4-pack, 16 ounces for only $5.99 at the Safeway in Soldotna, Alaska. So, yeah, how about you? You having anything tonight? Well, I got to keep it
on the lighter side because I got to go to bed pretty early tonight, working tomorrow. But